All right, let's go. Fnatic versus KRU. 1 second, my friends. Let me change the title. Fnatic versus KRU VOD review. Brum, 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 brum. Is Ryan still here, by the way? Ryan, are you still here? Your thoughts on your rework? Might be a little bit oppressive. We'll see. I just saw your stream today on my recommendations. Curious about your VOD reviews, and I gotta say I'm impressed. Followed right away. Thank you. Hello. I have no idea how to read that. Is there any impact about Paddy leaving the team? Is he leaving the team, or are they just rumors? Is there a chance that you are coaching a pro team one day in your career? I don't think so. I mean, that financially speaking, coaching a team doesn't make much sense for me in my current position, and I would have absolutely no free time. So with a family, with a kid, coaching is like, guys, a coach does double the work of what a player does. A coach is actually playing the game, watching the game, analyzing the game, helping the players to make them better, and he has less recognition and less than the players, and he spends triple or quadruple the time of what players do, typically. And you can't even like stream, because how can you stream when you should be doing all that stuff? I'm a bit fucked in work past 2 days. I still didn't catch up on the VODs from yesterday. Only one game live because I had issues with YouTube. We'll probably catch up with them by the end of the weekend. Hope this is okay with you. Well, try to do it as soon as possible, my friend. He confirmed it on Twitter. He's going back to Overwatch. It has to be a short-lived decision, right? Like, there's no chance that Overwatch 2 will be successful.
Every single region bring their A
All right. What do we have here? We have KRU versus Fnatic on Haven. We have Mystic on Astra. We have Delzik on Astra. Jet and Jet. Sova and Sova. Killjoy and Killjoy and Reyna. And on paper, Fnatic should have every advantage. Kurosaki, maybe just don't do like cutting, just do like an entire VOD and just do chapters so it's easier to upload. You know? So let's see what's happening here. This is the map that Fnatic is losing, so let's pay attention. Attack first for Fnatic.
KRU digging deep into the individual skill.
They control A push with a bomb, with alarm bot, turret controlling double doors. So it seems like it's gonna be a push on B because of this. Like typically what you do here is this turret is controlling the double doors, so you can just focus on pushing on B side. And then we're gonna see a star, star, star. Most likely like this. Maybe a star here to just do like... I mean, you have to smoke. But you want to do something about the turret? We'll see. We'll see what they do. And there's a crackdown from the defenders on A side. They're trying to take control of the lobby while double doors is completely open. This is interesting. There's no control over double doors at all.
Of each player here, because we know Fnatic handles their own even if the teamwork isn't there.
And not only were they digging deep into individual gameplay, but they just dug deep into A long, right?
Okay. Fnatic just plays slow, tries to take an advantage by someone over peeking. Seems like KRU doesn't want to do this. And they got the... look, they got the control over A, and then they rotated off. So they bolstered the defenses on this side of the map because A side is controlled by Jet. Very standard play, but it's very effective in map control. Because right now, this here, all of this yellow is currently controlled by KRU. While this is controlled by attackers. Not much, right? Not much. Attackers don't have much right now.
Magnum, so I hesitate to think that that is where they want to go, but they could just be expecting aggression from an opponent.
Please keep chat in English, thank you.
Fnatic says
They know about the player close on A side now. On A long, sorry.
we are perfectly fine to feel this out. How aggressive do KRU want to be? And that is Fnatic definitely reading how KRU has played the early rounds on a lot of maps. C is hardly what we've seen from any team throughout the tournament.
Nice. Shock dart. Wait. So we have push from double doors, 2 stars backside.
Any team throughout the tournament, but that's going to be a first here for Fnatic.
Oh no. That's the smoke that I dislike. You guys remember this, right? This smoke from the defenders is actually kind of helpful now for the attackers. Decker just uses this for his own. Like, he has no smoke. And he dashes in because of this cover from this one. And now the smoke can be abused because of the flash. There might be a bird here, you know? There might be a bird coming through the smoke and just abusing backside. So, yeah. This might be a bit of a problem for the defenders. We'll see how that goes. Here we go. There's the flash. There's the Decker going in. And how many times are we talking about this? How many times are we talking about this? This is like the 3rd or 4th match that I'm doing, and I'm talking the same shit over and over again.
Up until now, and he continues as he's already gotten 2 onto Delzik and Klaus, and off of that, Fnatic are going to have full C-side control, get the spike down. Only 2 left on the side of KRU here to open up this bad boy, and that might be all they need as Kesnick gets 1 with the Ghost. And that Reyna, man, that Reyna in pistols is so good. And she has light armor. Well, had light armor. It's gone now, along with the rest of the health. The Star Duelist battle that we've highlighted. First
but this just, I don't know, this
it does indeed go
this shows lack of
Durka,
preparation, in my
and he just seems to
opinion.
have, like, this playoff feature. Well, you'll see him going crazy. I feel like we always see him towards that sewer area, picking up a first frag. If something hasn't happened in the round, that's where you can kind of go for a little bit of comfort. Here, they lost Mystic.
That smoke is good if the defenders use it and play inside of it. But then, look, the problem is, when you do this smoke... Where's my Valor plant? If you do this smoke and you play inside of it, right? I'll show you something. Astra, Nebula. You put the smoke like this. That's what the typical teams do. Dziękuję, kochanie. O, orzechy. Jakie? Dobre? Niedobre. Nie lubię. Ja nie lubię brazylijskich. O, dziękuję. Ja nie mamy już chyba tych narkowców. Wydaje się, że nie muszę kupić. So, what is happening here is that what do I want to say? I lost my train of thought. I was talking to my wife. So essentially what is happening here is that even if you play inside of the smoke, let's say the Astra hides inside of the smoke, right? If you're playing like this, in this spot, there's typically like 2 or 3 players coming from long. So you're gonna have like 2 players here. And if this Jet goes into the smoke and fights with someone in the smoke, then those people from long can just spam the smoke. So it's really not a good position to be in, because you cannot hide from it. It's very hard to fight, and you also take a 50-50 fight. But if you play backside, you're actually fucked.
Early, but they were already in the site. They didn't need the controller to hold it, and Fnatic come out with that first round.
KRU only bringing a Marshal into this next round, and they do have a Sheriff, it looks like, in the hands of Kesnet. So that was the one thing that we talked about. The desk highlighted it as well, man. If Kaznet's on one, there's a chance for something special here. But like he's got to have a pop-off performance. Really, Riv, as you were mentioning at the beginning of the series.
I don't like those storytelling moments like that someone has to have to pop off. Like, I mean, I understand why they're talking about this because he's playing Reyna, but that's the problem with Reynas, man. Fuck Reynas, man. You put your team on such a huge disadvantage.
He really does, especially to bolster the rest of the team and make them feel good about pushing forward. The eco round here.
Ah, this time it played in the smoke.
Especially
this time Kazan played in the smoke.
The rest of
Derek dashes in and gets killed by a classic because he didn't even check left side.
Pushing forward. The eco round here. Delzik does pick up a frag on the side of KRU, but it looks like it's going to be a quick 1, 2, 3, 4. Nagzet will be the 5th. For this Fnatic second round.
Yeah, showing up a bit late here. You can tell as they wanted to go back to C. We saw it in the previous round. They feel confident, at least pseudo.
Give up sight and play full retake? Oh man, play the standard stuff. Look, you either play retake and you just play retake on it, right? Or you, instead of a smoke, use a pull gravity well here, so you can just fight those people that are trying to take use on site, right? Because they cannot go. They cannot go onto the platform. So if you play here and you do gravity well, then you have a chance at like carving an angle and getting a kill on this person here, right? Like if you put it like this, like here, like this is a good angle for you that you can play and fight this person here, right? And you know about the flash coming in, you can turn away in this case. There's also like a lot of merit in just trying to do the most basic stuff. So play like this. Like here, right? I know that then you can be abused by the flash coming from this smoke, but at least you can play against it with anti-flash positions. But if you have the smoke, on this, playing anti-flash means that you're just turned away, and you're out in the open, and you can be fucked by a fake. So yeah. I just don't see this smoke working in the defender's advantage like 80% of the time.
And yes, this round can be heavily attributed to the fact that they didn't have any guns to fight back with. Semantics, really.
Yeah.
That was a headshot on Doma, man.
Yeah, for KRU, that has been their MO early on.
Yeah.
Magnum, sorry.
It excites me to get into that first gun round. I said I was ready for this matchup. I'll tell you why. Is because both of these teams subscribe to their own way of playing. They don't sit there and say, how can we counter this? How can we counter that? It's head-to-head when it comes to what they feel like they can do. Nag's doing a little bit of damage. Mystic goes down for another round. He'll be on the everyone should.
So we mentioned before, the defensive side.
He goes for...
All right, same setup for Fnatic. So far, 3 rounds are being set up as a default position, which is the alarm about A, turret in front of double doors, no control over C-long.
Ghost, so
it's just kind of like holding it from a long angle. And that's about it. They're just waiting for KRU to make a mistake and peek into them. Which is the simplest way of playing Haven. If you can abuse Haven defenders because they overpeak like morons and just die in the first 3 seconds, you have a super high probability of winning the round. Like, Haven is the most complicated map to play on defensive side, and if you play with a disadvantage at the beginning of the round, you are fucked.
See what they decide.
Hello, Fionn.
Again, very patient, absorb anything KRU will give them.
Well, and it seems like that's what they're prepared for, right? Like they've been waiting for this aggression to come out. We mentioned the alarm bot round 1, the turret out to point right at garage as well.
Don't eat more than 3 Brazil nuts per day. They are very rich in selenium. It can be dangerous to eat them. Already 8-1, man. I have 3 in my hands. I too like to live dangerously.
Speichel is down over there by the hay bales, just in the grass in mid. And again, 3rd round, they go up the gut here. And this is actually towards the KJ util. So they're fine to go with that, test out what Klaus has for them. And util for the drone is going to be first off, and it is a follow coming in from Magnum.
Oh, that's a great start.
Yeah, it's a great start.
From Delzik, we'll see if the gravity walk, no, he's able to walk away from it. You saw the Rain Alir go up as well.
This smoke will be helpful now because they killed Doma by spamming the smoke.
As Delzik tries to stay backside, tries to stay alive. His position's been given away though. You still got Spectres, a Spectre and a pistol on the side of Fnatic. Certainly not what they want to bring into this, but Durka. Oh, it's Delzik, you're right. Mazzino goes up top. They clean things up. KRU on the board.
That's just fucking crazy, bro. What?
Such a quiet but accurate round from KRU. Fnatic didn't want to push through their own smokes. They felt like they had the aggression on the front side of the site. Backside didn't need to be worried about. And what in the world? Delzik coming through to pick up a few for himself as the team just swarms in and takes that site. Great job by KRU to pick one up for themselves here. And now Fnatic is pushed back onto another altered buy. We'll see how they get through this one.
Yeah, I was actually just about to draw attention to that. You can see how economy has kind of impacted.
Okay, they switched it to guns.
Up until this point, yeah, they just bought up. You can tell even through that, considering perhaps a Guardian or something of the such, weren't fully convinced. I like the spot that's been taken away from Kesnet.
But as I said in other matches, this smoke is okay when your opponent don't have flashes. But if your opponent has flashes and can make pop flashes out of it with a Sky or with a KO, you're fucked.
Made his way all the way into Cubby and Riv. I don't know that the drone spotted him. Oh, the drone didn't spot him. Durka drops. He's able to get away.
Oh, he uses the
spotted him. Isn't it? He's made his way all the way into Cubby and Riv. I don't know that the drone spotted him, hasn't it? It's a Guardian or something of the such. Weren't fully convinced. I like the spot that's been taken away from Kesnet. He's made his way all the way into Cubby and Riv. I don't know that the drone...
Useful Reyna? I mean, if that drone would have been actually used correctly, this Reyna would have been dead.
Spotted him. Oh, the drone didn't spot him. Durka drops. He's able to get away. Oh.
Uses the smoke against them. Nicely done. And Doug, with KRU picking up a few here, I also feel like Fnatic is trying to condition them to say, oh, we love C this map. Yep. We super love C. Yep. And we'll see if they start to trend away from that so far, because they have been shut down on their way in so far. And
there's a pinch that we've been waiting for from Nagzit, but Domo's ready for it, right? Like
shut down. Love C. Yep. And we'll see if they start to trend away from that so far, because they have been shut down on their way.
Reposition of the Lamo, but requires Domo to hold that angle. That's very good.
But Domo's ready for it, right? Like they were waiting for that pressure to come in from A. Finally, we see some of that manifest itself, and they handle it just fine. Now, off of that, it seems like they want to lean into that. Off of that pick they had onto Nagzet, try to go over towards A. They are 1 point away from Kesnet having the Empress online, and they do have a decent amount of utility to work with.
Flash comes in. Stars are down there from Mystic, and they're going to be able to take the site pretty handily.
This is like the standard... What I really like about Fnatic is that they have those standard set plays. And it's very... Mystic is the key piece of success on those attacks. So typically, on... Let me show them Valor Plan. Typically what we have, like on A attack, we have Smoke, Nova Pulse, and Gravity Well, if I remember correctly, like this, or like the other way around, like this, if I remember correctly, which I think is better. Sometimes he also does like this, and then we have a Nano Swim. Yeah, no. Now I remember. It's like this, essentially. This is like the execute on C side. And depending on how they're approaching the attack for double doors, this double doors can also be smoked off if they go from long. And if they go from double doors, then they smoke here or here. Probably like here. So this is like the C setup if they go from with a split. If they do a split like from double doors and long, and if they go from long, then it's looking like this. But on A side, they do this.
Clutch.
With a case of this is a Mickey Mouse execute. So essentially, that just allows you to clear the backside, and then you use the arrow somewhere here to check the entire site and clear the angles on here and long when you don't have control over it. And I would say that if he has one more star, because in this case he doesn't, you could probably just use the stun like here or something. But it's like a very set play. The thing is, this smoke is good for execute, but in a position where you want to be on post plant, you don't want to put this smoke, you want to put this smoke. So it's easier for you to hold like the CT line, unless you do a very deep smoke like this if your opponent cannot abuse flashes. It really depends on how you play the post-plant situation. So there's an option for post-plant smoke is either this or like very deep this, depending on what your opponent is playing and how you're playing on site.
Across the team if they get this plant down. They're going to hesitate it for a moment, fake plant to see if they can draw anyone out, and now they're just giving time for KRU to rotate at this point. This is going to be even tougher.
I don't know.
Like this smoke here, no, sorry, because I didn't say, this smoke here for the actual execute is just important because you push away people. Look, let me draw it to you. Let's say you have this position, there's a Sova backside, and this Sova is affected by the gravity well. Then he most likely, because there's also an arrow here, he doesn't want to go on this side, so he has to go back to CT. So if he goes back to CT, he is cut off by the smoke and cannot fight. But if the smoke would have been like this during the actual execute, this player could just move here and fight the players on short, which would be beneficial for the attackers, for the defenders. So this is why during the actual execute, you have the smoke in this position.
I do like the setup that they have, but yeah, this is interesting. They're just letting the clock burn down. Keznich dropped.
Valorant is a very cool tool.
Before they go down, a couple of kills go either which way. Mazzino still playing up top. He gets dropped. Klaus on the swing. The spike isn't able to go down. I don't know that they're going to time. Booster swings out as well. Klaus gets 4. For KRU as we're tied up at 2 apiece.
Klaus gets 4. Doug, that's not something we say often. Usually Klaus is a final rotator with the team, being the one to kind of trade the kills, but for him to be coming up right off the bat is huge because you can still expect Nags and Keznich to be doing some... Didn't work.
Rotators,
yeah,
right? And technically in this case he still was, right? The round just took so
A low buy round for Fnatic. 2-3 split on C.
long.
That's a great point.
Double dose control by Lamobot. Dekage is going in with the drone. There's this other actual smokes.
Everything Fnatic on a light buy here, a very light buy, but the blade storm.
Okay, they go back.
We just saw him with a couple of blades,
but it didn't gain anything. Wait, Derek is still here.
Instantly towards that garage.
Smoke criminal, man. Smoke criminal. Dalzik has some balls of steel. That is like very risky, by the way, because this is low buy. If he gets killed in that smoke and he gets a weapon, it's gonna be easily losable.
Safe, but it's gonna be a 1-2-3. Doug, it was too fast. I'm sorry. We had to just keep going.
No,
3-2. Holy KRU.
Prime gaming fall is coming out for KRU, and it was off of the fact that Fnatic didn't have much to buy.
No.
Right? I think I want to say I saw 2 sheriffs.
By the way, guys, 2 callouts that please start using them in solo queue, and make sure that you transfer this knowledge to your friends as well. You have 2 positions that we had that I learned from pro players. Here, this position is called rabbit because there's a graffiti of a rabbit here. Okay, this one. This call is very good to understand. Once you know it, you always will know it. Rabbit. Here. Or bunny. Which one is easier to say? Bunny, rabbit. Bunny, rabbit. Bunny, rabbit. I don't know, both are okay. And then the second one is here. Dragon. Because there's an actual statue of a dragon here. Bosa probably says bunny. Yeah, that fits his MO. Drag on these nuts. Oh, wow. First time saying anything in chat, and he goes in. Drag on these nuts. Remember him.
It was just classics, right? Like, they couldn't punch back in a meaningful way. And it was off, and really, once Keznich had that opener in garage, we just saw it really was kind of easy picking their.
Fuck that! I'm just gonna say close behind, or just behind. That's the actual call out.
We've seen this garage long split. What, 3 rounds now?
Yeah. Maybe it's the conditioning. Maybe they actually feel like there is a mold to break there of KRU's defense. We'll have to see it. Now it just seems like there's...
Yo, Fnatic.
Welcome back, Fnatic. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thank you very much for the ongoing support, broski. 4 months. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you very much for the ongoing support, bro. And enjoy your no ads on the channel. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, it's ironic. I advertise having no ads.
Across a default instead of really pushing themselves into grass right away on the side of Fnatic.
And it doesn't look like Magnum had enough to buy a turret. That's why we don't see it planted up on Garage like we've seen the last couple of rounds. See, doesn't have it.
I got your trail. Okay, so this is very interesting. Look at Magnum's position. He's throwing nano swarms from here. Oh, I would love to have an overshot view now, because we have smoke. This is stun, and then Hero is gonna have a pull, right? Oh wait, we don't have the stars for that shit, I think. Okay, so this is interesting. What is happening after that? Nano swarms are being used by Magnum 100%. He's throwing them somewhere on site. So I'm guessing it's either backside or like this or this. That will be my guess. Let's see. Okay, so Nano's on backside. Delicate dashes in on site into the smoke.
In a decent spot though, he's gonna challenge us.
Mazina gets killed here. Wow. The Lear, man. Insane. Fuck.
The opening that they need to establish control, and this time the spike goes down much faster.
That's a bit more of the Fnatic.
Okay, so counter ult. Do they have stars? Does they have stars? They're probably doing recall. We don't unfortunately know about that. But he can recall one in front of B as well. So they could do the combo on Kabi. Let's see.
We're used to seeing. They just take the space. Yeah, there's a bit of util used, but
wait, Doma just stays? What the fuck?
Get the opening angles, and now they have the
wait, Doma is gonna get tagged. There's no time.
And what can KRU do? The 3v4 is set up.
See the lockdown.
Yeah, Doma is tagged. Here, there's a combo, but it's fucked.
Oh, is there a mob?
Wait, what? Did he have only one star? Did he fucked it up?
The Fnatic we're used to seeing. They just take the space. Yeah, there's a bit of util used, but there's confidence in the shots. They get the opening angles, and now they have the post plant. Well,
wait. He fucked them up, right? There are 2 stars, I think. No, there's only one star. He fucked it up.
V4 is set up.
He fucked it up. This is not how it works. And he sets up a second Astra star on this. So, you know, I'm nitpicky, but this is fucked. This is not how it works. All right? This is not how it works. You want to set it up this way. You have 1 star here, or here in general, right? So where he has this star here. And the second star, you put in this spot. Right behind the line. Right behind the line. Still work though? No, it didn't. Like, it really didn't work. So 1 star here, 1 star here. You stun this area and you pull this area. Because people who are stunned don't have enough momentum to counter move against the gravity well. So both of those players are going to get sucked into this position, and then the defender's Killjoy's ultimate goes off, and they're both detained. They don't need to kill the Killjoy molly. They just need to do this. The Killjoy molly is like a cherry on top, but it's really not... The easiest combo is this. And they didn't do it because the second star he set up was on short. So that's a little bit disappointing. See? Because now they countered that.
That might have... No! Kesner's going in! Kesner's able to get one!
Predicts a second, maybe. Comes in. Klaus again. Good for another.
Wants to swing. Durka's in a great spot though. Durka's able to get the third. Klaus on the tap. Isn't able to hold it. The flash in his face. He has to take the fight to Fnatic.
Didn't set up a turret, by the way. So that's unlucky.
His attention is divided. His interests are split. He's got to go right at him, and he's not able to do so. Durka gets the.
This round would have been won if you use those 2 stars. Remember, guys, if you want to do that, it's very simple. Oh shit, how do I clear? Oh, it's very simple. Lock down here. Like this. Gravity well here. Nova pulse here. And those people are fucked. And that's it. I mean, not exactly in the corner, just didn't want to like cover over it. But it's also like nice to not put it next to each other so you don't fuck up. Because you need to do exactly that. Like this needs to be stun, this needs to be pull, so you need to be certain. Like this requires a little bit of practice to not hit it the other way around. It's called Valorant. Your knowledge of the game is actually insane. I'm just amazed to listen to this. Thank you, Hasuna. I take my job as an analyst very seriously.
Hide at 3. Oh, the tight moments. Put the turret on short. Go for long. Put the turret long. Go for short. Oh, so many decisions, but Fnatic played it really well. You can't blame anyone on that for purely just getting in their own head to try and get the frags first. Great pickup kills. 3K there for Durka, and that's what I mean.
It just days. Yeah. Like, are you going to be able to carry?
Nags it with an operator. Spectre on Boaster. Bulldog on Magnum. They have a Killjoy lockdown. And a Sova ultimate. There's a lot of power in Fnatic's execute right now. A lot of power. Shock Dart being used to clean B main with double bounces, I think. Wait, you don't see this shit. Look at the Shock Dart.
For 6 days. Like,
in the camera right now.
Carry that into this and yeah, Durka's fine.
He's fine.
He popped it. So the reason why is there's a double bounce here, if someone doesn't know. Sova has a voice line. When he destroys utility with a double bounce arrow, he gets info that he destroyed something.
He'll do great. Especially they're saying back on that jet. It is something that he actually
played CSGO before, surely, right? I didn't like CSGO. I played shit ton of 1.3 to 1.6 and I played like 2.5 years of Source, but I never liked Source. I never liked CSGO.
Brought to Haven before we saw the Rays come through in this tournament. And
okay. Oh shit! The alarm mode wasn't destroyed, or was that put after? No, it actually that shock that didn't destroy the alarm mode. That's unlucky.
Great. Especially they're saying back on that jet. It is something that he actually brought to Haven.
This is a very committed B push. Magnum is holding. Interesting. So but who's holding the spike? Doma is. How they are helping this? I'm.
Come through in this tournament, and now he just feels confident to be that.
Man, this is pretty fucking risky from Fnatic. There's only 2 players on side. Now Boss is trying to help. How? Damn, what an arrow. See this? Like, that's what I'm talking about. This plant is very, very risky. Very risky. Like, Durka doesn't control this here. He knows about the arrow. Actually, wait, was that an arrow? Or was that a drone? I think it was an arrow. Anyway, maybe it's not that risky in that particular moment. He's helped with the smoke. They go back now. But Doma dies anyway. This is why I prefer, in a situation like this, I prefer to have Jet planned, because then Jet just dashes away. We have seen this actually being done a lot by a lot of teams on Haven on B, because it's just such an easy thing to do. And Doma being the planter here, I feel like is actually a little bit detrimental, but I'm nitpicky. Yo!
Radical ZMax, we met for the 2 months. Man, your match analysis really helps people improve their gameplay. Thanks, man. Well, thank you for, you know, supporting the channel. Wait, this is a tier 1. Shit, my bad. Thank you, Radical, for the tier 1 sub. And wait, is it were you gifted before?
Shit, guys, we start to have so many subs that I actually have problems remembering if someone is actually subbing for the first time himself and was he gifted before, or was he actually subbing before and I just ignored it or something. So if this is your first sub, I would love to have an intro of you. If this is your second actual sub, like you bought yourself, then I'm very sorry that I don't remember that. Because I really like to celebrate when someone joins for the first time to the sub family. It's a big thing, you know? I should.
With a hoppy hop, Kesnit in a frag.
They want to fight B, and you see on your minimap, Nagset had
Does the sub voice only play with shock with bounce? Yeah, it has to be double bounce.
Fnatic are glad to give it up though, because again, you've got Durka. Durka's able to get a 2 out there, but that's all he gets. Boaster's in a good spot as well, waiting for that fight to come forward. They know it's...
That Killjoy lockdown is way too late. I don't like this at all.
Lockdown comes out. Boaster's in a brutal spot. He gets dropped by Delzik, not able to land the shots. See the lockdown coming out as well. Mystic the swing. Woo!
Yeah, this is a little bit mistimed. There's small problems that are doing this, like making Fnatic lose here. Killjoy is just kinda absent the entire round, and then uses the lockdown way too late to guarantee that this spike is not being diffused for the next 12 seconds, which could have been a game-winning round, but now they just have no way of stopping the diffuse, and the timer on this spike is already started, so the Killjoy lockdown doesn't have value. Boaster is tucked in a corner where he cannot use his ultimate. If he had the chance, but he couldn't because he had to help on B side, if he would have the option to play in a window, he probably wins this round because of the combo of ultimate from Boaster and ultimate from Magnum. But the problem is, they lost Doma, and because of the first initiation, Sova had to go like next to B, so then is tucked in the corner because of that. This is like a direct outcome of the fact that he had to help on B. And this all wouldn't have happened if Derke would have been the actual planter and not Doma. If Derke goes on site, plants in his own smoke, fucks off with the dash, Doma just flashes backside, so there's no chance he's gonna get peeked. That essentially wins them the round.
He gets dropped by Delzik, not able to land the shots. See the lockdown coming out as well. Mystic the swing. Woo! Delzik drops him. The diffuse comes through as well.
Yeah, I mean, Boaster really tried to go window. I'm explaining why didn't he go win. He for sure wanted to go window, but he couldn't because he was helping B side, because the plant was very awkward, and because of that he had to lose space, so he had to go back.
4-3. So much confident pressure on the way in as they just make their way into a lockdown and say, you know what, we can finalize this round before we even have to worry about that. Also, that's the ult down for Magnum on the side of Fnatic. So the little things going the way of KRU can start to be up about the just have been the utility.
Low buy from Fnatic again.
Across the site. And they've been rotating really well here. Fnatic back onto an eco round.
I think that op shot went right between his legs.
Nutmeg.
Pretty sure.
What is nutmeg? Yo, native speakers, what is nutmeg?
The blade storm come through for Durka as well. So he got tagged up a little bit, took some armor and some health damage. But that's still in play. We highlighted the op at the beginning of the round. You just saw that drone come through from Xeno, and off of that...
When something goes through your legs? Football term? Ah.
Spot
okay.
With that operator, I believe he just took a shot at Boaster too.
So when a ball goes between the legs in a football, we call this in Polish założyć siatkę.
Has to back up.
Oh, he turns around at just the last moment.
At least that's what we were calling when I was a kid.
Oh my word, the cat and mouse games right now. Almost sees another one. I think they can hear that flight. If you see where Nagzet's pushed up, he should be able to hear long. So audio cues are still being given. That's kind of why you see patience and movement from KRU. Wow. Klaus to open up the round again, knowing they're confident to peek these angles first on the eco of Fnatic.
Do they find an opening? It has to be off the blade storm, and there it is. There's an excellent start. He's going to have a chance at plenty more, too. You see the cloudburst, the pop flash right on the...
See this shit? Look what Derke does. Now compare it to the position of the smoke from defenders.
There's an excellent start. He's gonna have a
Look. Oh shit, it's the same smoke. I wonder why. Maybe it's because it benefits the attacker. See this shit, right? You see this, guys? See this, guys?
chance at plenty more too. You see the cloud burst, the pop flash right on the other side, and Durka goes in aggressive. He's able to get a second dash away.
No way.
Doma shows up for the third. Control in favor of Fnatic on a light buy with pistols. They've been able to upgrade a couple of weapons too to make this a bit more of a fair fight. Crew with numbers against them have to somehow figure out if they want to retake a side. I don't think they do, Rafe. They have the operator just carry it into the next round. Great round out from Fnatic on nothing.
And they pick up some weapons on this too. Ults to be used in the next rounds. And they now have gone towards A. They conditioned a few rounds to C. And that time they found just Delzik there for the first time. And Durka, there's I don't know how to put it. I say there's like a fear that he's the only one being able to open everything up and get these frags. Like, how much can he continue to do that? Right? Doma was able.
In German, it's called Beini.
There, but it seems
kind of means leggy.
On the back of Durka so far. I mean, he
because
loves that pressure,
because of Beine, right?
Well, and it's not even about not just loving the pressure, but I think the composition is built for it, right?
It's
like,
true.
and I think Fnatic have done such a good job of giving.
It's Icebox, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But here on Haven, starting to put up the rounds and keeping Fnatic at 4-4 as we start off round 9.
That's a very safe,
again with the turret to make sure
very safe
Crew's
peek.
not doing that mid push, and then Fnatic can set up.
They may not be doing the mid push, but they did the A push again.
Great call.
You saw Nagzet, and it was also Kesnet who took short.
This is the standard. This is the very standard setup by Fnatic.
Yeah, the alarm bot should give them away. Blade Storm doesn't land.
Crew is doing these little things where they pressure short, they pressure long. It's really great to see how your opponents are going to react to things, make them play a little sweaty, a little off the regular strat they want to run.
Don't change to a knife, Jet. What the fuck?
Space being taken towards this A lobby.
Guys, remember, your knives, your ultimate has the exact same speed as your knife. If you have your ultimate as a Jet, you should never swap to a knife. There's just no reason to.
They use the stars to get themselves to safety.
Now remember, yeah, Nagzet has that Blade Storm. Had to give some of the space back up.
Observers are kind of bad though? What? I mean, Observers are doing a great job so far in every single match.
Fnatic find themselves
You know how hard it is to observe this Valorant? It's, fuck my life, it's so complicated. Yeah, as an observer, you actually have to know the game almost as, on a pro level. Like, maybe not mechanically, but to understand what is happening.
Nice mob.
Second time.
Back to the C split that we've seen a couple of times through Garage.
Second fucking time, man. Delzik just gets a second kill. First on Doma, now on Delka, man.
Nice
that is crazy, bro. Oh, see, this is a very good example of how Fnatic plays now. They execute. Gravity wells, smoke. But I don't see any other pieces. Like, then they flash through here because of the smoke that is from defenders. Like,
the smoke and the
shock darts. Look. Addition of shock darts over here. No, wait, that's defenders. What I'm talking about. That is defenders shock darts. Interesting.
Phantom doesn't give Fnatic
and a nanoswarm being thrown by Magnum like this.
Any idea of where it's coming from.
And the nanoswarm.
First flash to go through the smoke on the minimap, like right here. But it's a little bit disjointed anyway.
Delayed their exit out of Garage. Now they want to continue to push forward, but the thing is, Crew has already arrived. The reinforcements are here. The Hunter's Fury is coming out.
Nice.
Fnatic are able to find the openers that they want. Bolster gets one.
Well
gets
done.
A second. With the Hunter's Fury, as well as Fnatic take the lead again, and they're going to get the money off the plant. That was gorgeous.
You know what's great, Doug, is when you get an answer to your question the next round. Can they do it without Durka? Hell yeah, they can. They absolutely wipe the site as they work their way into C. Durka goes down to a spam through the smoke, and the team's still confident to make it work. Now he's got the operator.
So muscle memory, the same way people used to switch to knife and weapons is the same, and yeah, both are useless. Yeah, it's bad habits. You should not have bad habits as a pro player. Like the same habit, we have seen it yesterday. Lose a duel or not. Let me rephrase. We have seen it. I think there's a clip of that. Wait. Give me a second. I'm gonna quiet. I'm gonna show it to you. I think there's a clip from yesterday. Uno segundo, por favor. Here we go. Found it. There's another insanely bad habit. Where CNED has its ultimate, right? And after he whiffs all of the daggers, the last thing he used was his knife. So he swaps to the knife, but what he does now, he wants to swap to the pistol. Right. Shit, this is a clip of me explaining it and not actually showing the clip. What oh god. After she was so wait. He doesn't have the pistol. No reason to have the weapon equipped at all. Yeah, you're right. See, he swaps the classic. So essentially, it's like what you should do always as a jet is that when you pop your Bladestorm, you put on your previous choice your pistol or your primary gun if you have one. So if you miss all the daggers, the agent pulls out automatically the other gun and not your knife.
This could get scary from the side of Fnatic.
Well, and for KRU, you've got nothing but pistols, right? You've got a little...
Why not introduce a delay to the broadcast so the spectators have more buffer? Because people want to see it live. I mean, that's doable if there's no live audience, so maybe would have been an option to do it here for the observers to have an easier time of finding the action. But with live audience, that is not possible. Guys, I need to take a piss break. Be right back. All right. Can I actually plant with a knife and while planting spam one to get your gun out of the plan? Yeah, but you can also just plant with your weapon out instead of spamming.
A little bit of armor in Kesnet, Delzik, and Mizzino, but other than that, they don't have much as far as guns go. So you start to feel some of this shift as far as momentum and as far as how they're going to be able to balance things out.
Standard setup by Fnatic. Oh my god. Where's Magnum when needed? I mean, not Magnum. Where's Mystic when needed?
How they're going to be able to balance things out. This gun round is a big deal as we near the end.
He's just watching a wall. That is very unfortunate. That he's not helping. Like, this is some miscommunication. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap at the beginning of the round. Look at Astra. Look at Astra. When Magnum is fighting, look at what Astra is doing.
So you start to feel some of this shift as far as momentum and as...
Right now, she's not doing anything.
It is what it is.
She's looking at a wall, right?
As far as how they're going to be able to balance things out, this gun round is
She's like setting up the stars and shit, right? But activating them. She's not in an Astra. She's not in an Astra stance. And now when Magnum fights, this is where this Astra should be like helping Magnum. But he's going on the other side because he's not realizing what is happening. It's a little bit of lack of awareness that could have been min-maxed. But you know, again, I'm nitpicky.
That's a win if you're in the pistol.
Little spammy spam there. Found one through the box. And that's slowly a weapon.
Maybe he was calling something. I mean, Mystic is not IGL, right? I don't think he even does mid calling. Like that should be all Boaster, if I'm not mistaken.
Pick up Mystic very right to watch that angle to make sure they don't lose his gun.
Klaus, what are you up to? Klaus, what are you up to?
Oh, Klaus. Just really playing outside the Klaus norm that we have seen him play. I love the aggression coming out of him right now. It's going to be Dirk into the site.
Oh, you guys know what I want to say, right?
Ashing in, doesn't care if somebody's a foot from him. He'll use this operator exactly how it needs to be used.
Man, you can tell they do such a good job of Doma flashing just on the other side of Durka's Cloud Burst. We mentioned it, I believe it was in the previous round, and you see how some of this, like, they've ran these setups, right, playing off of each other's utilities so many times. It's so clean when they do that. The spike goes down.
Do they do it?
And they did upgrade 2 weapons too. The lockdown comes out. They're going to have to give that space up.
Great call. The weapons make the consideration viable to put that lockdown since they can now trade through the smoke that's going to be put up by Mystic. Kind of suck them or push them off, pull them away from the spike, and make sure that they will not have anything. Doma! That's exactly what he needs to do, and you know Dirk has got the operator right behind. Oh, Nagzet, you have your work cut out for you with 6 bullets.
Nagzet, go
Don't you love it how Publisher focuses everything on the pro scene and not on normal competitive modes? Fixing game? What do you mean, Ryan?
The triple double dink.
What needs fixing?
So easy.
Obviously, we grow up learning that. Another round for Fnatic. Do they start to separate themselves? Now that eco was just enough room for them to find how to stack the economy.
Is deck a smoke? Yes, that's exactly the point.
I think we'll see that be somewhere.
If attackers do this smoke, that's exactly because they need it. And we have seen defenders do this smoke for the attackers many times.
Real fast too. He's almost halfway there.
Doma looks really good bald.
He understands the buff that comes with it.
And it works. Some people can't do it. Doma can.
I don't know, maybe we need to try.
No.
Okay.
No shot.
Oh.
Maybe if NA wins this tournament, I'll try it. Did
they see him? Oh, he's out. Nags that dash. Ooh. I like that. We're keeping our hair.
I'm not sure I like this approach from Fnatic to like controlling the map.
Big push by Fnatic towards A,
every round is the same.
I love how they're hovering the back side of the map to say, you know what? It's almost 6-6.
Every round is the same default setup, and sometimes they do a 5-man push. Actually, scratch what I said. That's fine. That's fine. I think there's enough variance. Like I tried to recalling the other rounds, and it does enough variance.
Spawn a couple of times to take a challenge. We mentioned Doma was wise to it a couple of rounds ago, so they understand this has been KRU's plan. They're going to push into it. You see the Cosmic Divide coming out, but they want to go anyway. Durka gets the opener. Durka gets a second, but he's not able to get much more as Vizino trades it out. But Fnatic still with the numbers that they need. It's all on to Klaus and Delzik, and
look at Magnum's nanoswarms. That's so good. Look at the position. Magnum is standing here on long, and he's throwing nanoswarms here and nanoswarms here. From that one position, he has multiple lineups that cover and upgrade the quality of the execute. Just pay attention where it is landing. One nanoswarm lands here. And the second one? Maybe he used... Oh no, second one lands here. So he used 2 nanoswarms, and he helps out so much, man. Why is Riot not integrating esports section in game or something like Pick'em stuff? Probably not enough resources to put into the game right now, and other priorities to put stuff in the game. Server bullet registration, for example. I use gigabit line and I get lags in EU servers. Because you seem to lack the knowledge that your speed of your internet has nothing to do when it comes to the quality of the connection to the servers. And it's not Riot's fault, it's your ISP line if you have lags. So stop calling bullshit and maybe think once for yourself and not blame other people that are not at fault. Holy shit.
KRU's plan. They're going to push into it. You see the Cosmic Divide coming out, but they want to go anyway. Turka
Hello, Lays.
gets the opener.
Welcome
Turka
back.
gets a second, but he's not able to get much more as Zeno trades it out. But Fnatic still with the numbers that they need. It's all onto Klaus and Delzik, and they're nowhere near the site.
Dog, that was such a sick molly. Magnum threw a molly from long over to the short spot. Hit.
Like, I can have an internet connection with 10 megabits up and down, and I can have better server connection than someone with fiber 3 gigabits up and down. Speed has nothing to do with quality and stability of the connection.
Nags at, and they almost got him on a gravity.
And Valorant has one of the most amazing engine and netcode I've ever played with.
Well, too, just little things that combine there for utility just push KRU off the site. Fnatic, that was awesome.
And off of this KRU, you can tell they're just going to save, maybe try to find some exits, but understanding that we're so near the end of the first half, carry those rifles in.
Yeah.
Economy has to be in pretty dire straits here for KRU. Remember, just 2 rounds ago, last round, excuse me, this is the last round, they only had pistols.
It is. It does seem like they're kind of scrounging up whatever change they can from those couch cushions here. And Fnatic is going to pressure out towards long together.
Nice spray.
The respect for KRU there, too. And you say, yeah, we can get guns out of their hands, but they can do quite a bit of damage to us as well. 7-4 now. Fnatic putting a little more gas into their executions here. And here, thank you so much, Obs. I love you. And it hits right as he's up in that position, too. He's like, oh, snap. I can't get out of this.
That is so good, man. You can see, like, the combos that they do. This is why I like watching Fnatic. See? They know exactly what to expect. They know exactly what to do with this. This is not random. This is all choreographed and sequenced. They actually practice this shit. This is so nice.
Position too. He's like, oh snap! I can't get out of this.
It's so scary to play against. It's so scary to play against, man.
The last 4 rounds, as you can see on the timeline, have been so heavily in favor of Fnatic. It seems like they have finally figured out the sauce that KRU have been working around.
Yeah.
And Fnatic, they've just kind of had their way. And look at the buyout from KRU. That's why we saw them save the way they did. You have 2 Spectres and a Bulldog.
Vision Strikers and Fnatic had such clean and coordinated executes. So, that was my opinion as well. But Vision Strikers, what I have seen during Champions, was a downgrade from what I have seen during Masters 3. Like, they were lost. The one map which I VOD reviewed on Icebox, it's already uploaded on my YouTube. VOD reviews, !VOD reviews, if you want to see it. I think that was one of the worst Vision Strikers I've ever seen. Without any idea how to play, like, attack. Like, what? First time I seen something like that.
Protection comes out. He squats, he grabs. All right, Hunter's Fury is there. Now play the post plant. Play, hey, how much util can we make them use before they get in? And can Kesnet get a plant? Play, hey.
How does Kesnet get a kill on Magnum here?
How much util can...
That is so awkward. Magnum plays with his own turret, but he peeks from its left angle of it. That's something I don't understand. Look. Magnum's setup is setting up this turret every single round. Every round is in this spot. It's known. It is known, Khaleesi. And for some reason, he plays on the left angle of it when he doesn't play for its contact. Thank you for the gifted sub, Blaze. So, what the hell? Like, this turret gets a contact here, and you can wide swing behind the turret. And that's it. And if someone goes mid, then you don't have to control it because the turret just gets him and then you just go back. Hey, man.
All right, Hunter's Fury is there. Now play the post.
Just look.
Play, hey, how much util can
we
make them use before they get
He didn't play for his own utility that he sets up every round.
Instantly peeking out. Like I said, that garage door is a big first touch point for each of these rounds.
570 gifted subs. Thank you very much, my friend.
Up onto the clock, so a lot of time we have not seen the teams wearing down the clock to the last few seconds, but we may see that pressure round come out in just a few here. Jump peek. Jump peek kind of alerts the opponent to someone's also there. You're usually not jumping if you're the only one in sight, so they can almost infer there's a bit of a lean towards the C side, and you see Fnatic start to change what they were going to do.
Right here.
This feels like a very dangerous pinch if you're Fnatic. You've got Kesnit, who's already in garage, and you have Naxat, who still hasn't given that space back long that he took earlier. A couple of pings coming out on the minimap, presumably.
He could be reading too deep into it, expecting people to come out or pre-shooting the turret. Man, that's the specific set play for that.
Oh, what a great start out from Durka. That should open things
Shocked
up
us to
so
clean
well.
up the killjoy utility.
Hunter's Fury for the last round. The alt orb was a focus, and they're able to drop it right away. They're just taking the options out of KRU's hands, one after the other, and there's the members going down.
I wanted to say that Lear seems to work, but then it doesn't.
Strangling the side. Doma gets a frag for himself, and Doug. It's only going to be one more as they round out that one. 8-4 on the first half.
And this is honestly kind of what
Happened here?
what I was hoping
Nothing.
to see.
Just try to retake through the smoke and you get crushed.
Seemingly on thin ice. Top teams have been-
Urza! No more ads sponsored. Thank you very much for the 4 months. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you very much for the continuous support, broski.
It's just been
Yeah, no ads for Urza because you're subbing to the channel.
Boaster
Enjoy.
and Boasty there.
Step
back down at double mall.
and Pika split control. You play far
8-4 an attack, which is a very good score on Haven because Haven is in pro setups. I would say Haven is one of the most balanced maps when it comes to attack defense, at least in the outcomes. The map itself favors attackers, but the outcomes are typically there's a lot of overtimes. Actually, I'll have to check, but my subjective opinion is that you see the most overtimes on Haven.
They're going to have to do it quickly because this is going to get out of hand if they don't.
Yeah, it's true. Fnatic grabs this first pistol round, and it seems like they may have almost...
So, what is happening here? We have KRU play 1-3-1 split. Fnatic plays retake C. And 3 players on A.
Pace they are at here coming into the second half. No.
They play on a contact. So retake C, contact turret on double doors, contact turret on C, contact alarm bot on B. This is smart because you put pressure on this. That means you have your team focus on fighting in this area here, while those area, so the pink areas, all of this is being played on a retake. And this is smart. This is like the reverse lurking, essentially.
It's going to be KRU on attack. They get to put that a big aggression that they may have wanted to put on defense out. Instill that fear into Fnatic.
This is really interesting. I like how...
So they got B control, but they have no spike. I don't think that KRU was expecting this.
KRU are taking B. The spike is still back towards spawn. I think if they hit an opening in the link towards C, you've also got Delzik who's playing down towards C long. So
they really wanted to fight. They only did this to fight. They didn't expect to get the site for free. That's so funny, man. That is so funny.
it's split through that.
Because now they're like, wait, what do we do now? We didn't get anything.
Essentially a garage C split, but a bit wider. But it doesn't look like Kesnit was able to get the opener he was looking for on B to be able to work.
Oh, what a
work
shot.
that. And you even see the respect out from Magnum. He pushes all the way back into defender spawn.
And this setup, too, kind of tells a story of how Fnatic has been playing a lot of their rounds, even with guns. They are fully happy to retake.
Yes, they're also fully happy
But
to take
now
this
the
fight.
push.
You've got the utility out from the Sova. Doma goes forward.
And this is where Fnatic actually plays with the pressure, right? They play that retake C and B, and those 3 players on A, they take those fights, as I explained in the beginning. It's
it was
very
the
simple
drone.
and
They were
effective.
able to get what they wanted, push in, and take the space away, and now KRU are going to try to push right into that.
Would you expect more there? Probably not. It seems like KRU did. Boaster to trade one back. Boaster again.
But I don't understand why. Why is KRU trying to attack those? They know it's 3 players. And they didn't do any damage, right? Like that's what I don't understand. They hear all this util. The moment this jet dies and gives info, and you hear that there's a tiger, there's a jet, there's a Sova because we have seen the shock darts, right? This is the moment where KRU should be like, oh, let's fuck off. There seems to be a lot of enemies here. Let's fuck off. It's okay, it's 4v5. We can still win, but we shouldn't fight this angle. But they do. And they kind of go into the trap. But it's not even a trap. It's just, they just stand there. And there was no plant, so
the tempo.
KRU is not
Make your
forcing
opponents
this.
Play to what you want, whether that's the fake pushes or fake them out with a utility forward and fast.
I know, Lace, it's not yet sent.
See him? Oh, it almost baits him in, but Durka just looking for a
Hadn't had the
different
chance to go to the post
angle. Shot
offices
going through.
yet.
No tags coming through. He gets dropped immediately, and that's going to be a Marshall.
It's kind of like how KRU played Fracture, hard push Arcade, and Raider on defense play for a pick and then run together fearlessly.
They could pick up. A little time from now, they're going to have to wait on it.
We'll see on Fracture. Because they play Fracture here, right?
Yeah.
Through this garage, like we mentioned, you've got the turret as entry out from Magnum. Let them know what kind of shenanigans they're up to. And off of this, it's off of the turret contact that they just got in garage that the rest
Wait. I just turned myself off. How is Derek dead?
Time from now. Dropped it. Looking. It looks like. Oh,
Because they play again 3
almost
players
baits him
here.
in, but Durka just looking for a different angle. Another shot going through.
Well, when you don't have full
No tags coming
HP,
through.
that
He gets
one
dropped
tap from a shell
immediately,
will
and
be
that's gonna
deadly,
a
man.
Marshall
That is
that
not
they
good.
could pick up. A little
That
time
is
from now,
really
they're
not
gonna have
good.
to wait on it.
Looks like they want to go towards C
Yeah.
through this garage. Like we mentioned, you've got the turret as entry out from Magnum. Let them know what kind of shenanigans they're up to. And off of this, it's off of the turret contact that they just got in garage that the rest of Fnatic takes A. Again, look at how far up both Boaster and Dome are.
And the alarm bot lets them know the read's not B, so they can easily flank back to this, only expecting one person mid and the rest probably in C.
I mean, this is still played exactly how Fnatic wants to, but the thing is they don't have Durka.
Their damnedest here
So
to
that's the
push through.
problem. I really like how KRU is approaching this. They know they have worse equipment. They know when if they wait for a retake, they lose. This is very well played by KRU right now. The decision making that they need to be aggressive. Look at there's a fucking school visitation right here coming through here.
Towards garage, and Fnatic is slowly creeping around, killing all of the possibilities. So they know KRU is going to be window maybe.
Oh, Magnum.
Oh
Magnum,
dear.
they're just on
Oh
the other
dear. He's
side,
looking
my guy.
sight.
Mystic has to swing out of there.
Yeah,
and
this
spot.
is-
Oh no, he gets dropped as well.
This is so well played by KRU. Very well played.
And Kesnet, their aim is spot on for the situation. Are they going to be able to grab this round? Next it, and there's Delzik too, Doug. KRU
Yeah, I know, Alex Meister. Thank you.
that second half
But thank you
lead for
anyway.
Fnatic down just a little bit, and in a huge round, that's second.
Yeah, and this is the rule of thumb. When you are the attacker and you have post planned, but you're on a disadvantage, you need to play aggressive. It can be a disadvantage because you have less players, or it can be a disadvantage because you don't have good equipment. But you need to get the drop by surprising the enemies. If you have advantage as an attacker post planned, you can be passive. You can play aggressive, but you don't have to, right? And if you want to play aggressive, even when you have the advantage, then at least do it by the numbers, so you can convert that advantage into even a bigger advantage and snowball.
Wow.
And it was that double outside of garage that really kind of opened things up, right? Like Fnatic had the setup that they wanted, right? That should have been okay. You had Mystic and you had Magnum in a position to where Mystic can swing out and catch that.
Man, Mystic not holding Magnum. Name a more iconic duo. Mystic not holding Magnum. Like this is a big problem. Look at this. Like Mystic makes a huge mistake. He's holding this angle instead of holding this angle for Magnum. This is a very big blunder. Look. See this? This is a very big blunder right here. Mystic should be holding this area for a long time, and he was here already for a very long time. So this moment here loses the round for Fnatic.
A position to where Mystic can swing out and catch that, but they swing out and they just drop both of them off of those sheriffs, that we were talking about previously. That's a great answer from KRU. You mentioned if Fnatic win the pistol, there's a good chance it goes sideways, and it may be lost. They just punched right back.
And you could see how much Fnatic was reading that. They're like, they will push.
That is actually saddening to see.
They just had the wrong angle. Oh my word. KRU does
You know what? Fuck it. Let's make sure that I'm not blaming Mystic for no reason. Let's make sure. Let's take a look.
Spot on on for the situation. Are they going to be able to grab this round?
No, wait, this already too late.
Off of the turret.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not making this up. Look at the position from Mystic and Magnum.
That they just got in garage that the rest of Fnatic take.
See this?
The read's not B, so they can easily flank back.
Magnum gets the kill in double doors. And the only thing that Mystic has to do after this is is literally just do this. Mystic stands here or here, looks here. Magnum stands here, looks here. That's the only thing they have to do. But they don't do it. And that's the reason why they lose it. I mean, Magnum is doing it. Mystic is not doing it. So that's a very simple thing that loses the entire round.
It may be lost. They just punched right back.
And you can see how.
And because of that, look, and this is so pivotal. That was round 2. They lose against low buy. This is a free gift for KRU, and they make a comeback because of that.
They just had the wrong angle. Oh my word. KRU does love to push, and they come up with another round because of it. Now towards B. Spike is just picked up, and this is kind of a replication of their pistol round. Now with weapons, they get a little.
What is the specific reason to hold these angles? Because you do crossfires. Look, guys. You have crossfires here. Right. Shit. See? They cover both angles while not being exposed because someone else is holding the other angle. So this is a crossfire, right? And what you can also do, like make a comparison and see it, and look at this. Remember this setup? And now remember the other one. Which one is better? Which one is better? Someone can literally just go like up here and kill this person here, right? And this person has nothing to do about this because he doesn't see this angle here. This is why this setup was bad.
Further in and stay happy to stay.
Klaus manages to get the spike down. It's just pistols and the Marshall in the hands of Durka, but Fnatic not with much to fight. They've managed to take A lobby control as they've been able to do the last couple of rounds, but the one difference is they've sent 2 down C long as well. So you've got Boaster, who's the only one really still playing towards the site. Everything else is going to be around the flank. The alarm bot's there. The Vandal's there as well. Nice shot out from Durka. He's going to re-challenge and land the shots onto Mazzino. Very well played.
He catches Mazzino in the I think I can situation.
What is happening in those? What is happening in those rounds, man?
Doesn't even want it. They're moving forward quickly here to take more
But
space
they don't have
see
enough
if they can
time
find
to
the
win this
forward.
round anyway, man.
Thinking twice before they make a mistake as Klaus does drop the Marshall, and back and forth we go. Fnatic repairing a few of the mistakes on that one and make sure they come up with the third round of the second half.
These pistol rounds.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, these pistol rounds have been nuts.
Yeah.
Riv, like think about the previous round that we
Right.
saw, then think about this one where Fnatic almost got their way back into it.
Yeah.
Right, it was off the pressure.
I love this timeout. Many close reach. Look,
Mm.
more of the team to be behind that for KRU.
So typical setup from Fnatic on A is that they smoke off garden, check if someone crosses, and then just hold it. And they play a lot of retakes on B and just control C early with like jump peeking and stuff like that. And right now there's a smoke as well. I like the smoke from the attackers here that is like leaking on side because it denies the info from C.
They have for this.
So most likely Mystic is just gonna play retake on C because of that.
Magnum playing over towards the A side, just keeping that bot in garage covered with his distance.
You can tell Domo's trying to run over to clear out the drone so that Durka would be able to stay there undetected, never get spotted. Domo just shows up a bit late, and off of that, Durka has to give that space back, right? Like he's not able to hold that angle anymore.
Instantly, yeah. They're just
Well,
saying
he knows about the
fully
bomb
on A.
alarm mode, but he
Don't
doesn't know
follow this,
where
just
exactly it
one
is,
shot on
man.
It's not worth it.
And he cannot peek
Spike
into
will
it.
rotate towards A for Klaus.
And, it's actually
And now it's
wonderful.
retake A because no, they don't. It's just retake A.
It's like splits
Interesting.
tiny things, right? Like if Doma shows up a bit earlier, the drone is clear. Durfee can stay in the spot, potentially gets
Okay, so we're seeing recalls from
one,
Mystic.
maybe even more. But off of that, Crew take the space, and it's because of that that they're able to.
Look at this. They made movement around the alarm bot so it doesn't get triggered. This happens only because Boaster knows about where the alarm bot was put, like what's the vicinity, and because of that they make the push here without being triggered. So if I would have to guess what is happening right now is that Delzik is dying here.
Open up and get the spike down on A.
Oh,
What? He's so self-aware. What the fuck?
Delzik, how much damage can you do?
No
to make a
way.
this round?
No way that he's so self-aware that he holds this. Oh, the alarm that's activated. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right, and I'm stupid. It's okay. He's not a genius. He's just smarter than me.
Your positioning
You guys
now,
are right.
One frag is his. Now Fnatic have to worry about a little bit more than just the retake.
So, funny thing is, if the Killjoy would have that alarm bot active, then most likely Delzik would have been dead.
On the problem is Mizzino's there as well. The smoke kind of keeps him alive for now as Dome is able to take care of him. Kesnet falls as well, but Delzik still has to be
No way. No way they just ignored this.
with. Oh, Delzik.
Oh, wow. I mean, Delzik MVP here.
They don't know.
But they knew about him. So why just
Delzik gets
not hold? One guy goes forward, one guy goes backwards. Why just not hold it, right?
As long as he can stay alive up top, Nag's doing what he can now from hell. They have the rotation from long. It's going to be the 2v1.
Delzik had nothing doing, man. He had his heroics at the beginning of the round. When the
Maybe they were
elements
baiting by
arrived,
leaving it
still a
open.
factor, but
Maybe.
ultimately, once
If that's
wow,
true, if
probably
that's like
should've come
pre-planned,
there
that's
for
200 IQ.
the kills 2 and 3 probably shouldn't have happened, but once they knew exactly where he was coming from, that 1v2 gets so much more difficult, and he was so weak as well.
So well orchestrated. Fnatic is not saying we'll send 3 from the front to 1 from
Yeah,
the back.
this should never have
They are
happened. Like when they go back,
is not saying we'll send 3.
when those players are pushing A through here, you have the same speed if you do it backwards. So first person looks forward, second person, Doma, goes in the reverse, and he looks into the direction here. Just in case Delzik peeks.
3 from
Because they know about him. And that's the only angle that he can go through. So why they're turning away from him, right? This is like very awkward.
They are flanking with 2, executing from the front side with 2, and making sure all bases are covered here. Oh my word. Yeah.
Was that a go back home?
I think so. Warm up the bus. They don't want to warm it up just yet. 6 to 10. They are still very much in this one. Back to weapons
top 10 moments before disasters. Go home.
here. Alt points just on the cusp here for Kesnet and Klaus. Mizzino close as well if he can get some.
It's
frags
smile
this
here.
round.
It's
It goes
valoplant.gg.
to a lot of the cosmic divide. Can they roll these together into a few rounds here on the second half? It seems like Fnatic has a bit of a groove and a read on what Crew is doing.
Yeah, again, retake on A. But this time Magnum has the ultimate and Doma has the ultimate. So this is a very good setup for retaking A. So I'm not surprised. Wait a second. Uno momento. One second, I need to answer this. Okay. What is very important when you play retake on A, you have one player that holds this angle, like, or here, like this. This is very important because you just want to make sure that no one is flanking from, because you play retake on A, so this entire side is being like, you know, empty, right? So you have no control over it. And the only way someone can flank you if he goes through CT and then goes spawn or here. So you want to make sure that you control this by looking this direction and you will hear if someone is gonna go updraft heaven or like TP or whatever. There's no way of going into heaven from sight quietly. At least not right now.
And managed to take some space off of the utility.
Have you made a talk about the Euro rework? I just said that he's gonna be super annoying and I'm gonna play a lot of him.
Looks like exactly what they're trying to do. A heavy dose of pressure dialed up. C, that's gonna get Boaster's Hunter's Fury online.
Put multiple things on their plate. Why not?
Well, and it's interesting. I'm actually really surprised that KRU allowed that much space to be given up, knowing that Boaster was 1 point away from the Hunter's Fury.
True. See, their
Okay,
focus
there's
is
the
kinda
plant,
like, yeah, what I
and there's no counter. There's only one shock dart. There's literally no way of destroying the ult from Fnatic. Okay, and let's hope that Mystic does the 2-star combo.
that they play their own games. They're focused on where
Okay,
they wanna
let's
go
hope they do the
and
2-star
how they
combo.
wanna play it. No mollies there for Magnum to throw into the corner. And it looks like the lockdown will disperse the site.
There are 2 players that can be affected by it. Both is countering the Killjoy ult.
I've been waiting. That's
Mystic has 2
what I was waiting for
stars.
the Hunter Fury to clear that out. That's going to allow their lockdown to go out. Seekers are coming out.
It's not being used. How is not this being done on this level of play? How is this not done, man?
Out as well, and you've got
First KRU and now Fnatic as well. They're not doing it. That's the easiest thing you can do to fuck over those people. So simple. 2 buttons. Actually 4. 2 stars and then 2 activations.
up towards B. He's gonna get a good pinch.
I don't get it, man.
Timing just right, but he's gonna have to hurry up because the rest.
And those 2 guys would have been fucked. Dead. Literally. What are the 2 stars combo? Fuck, I already explained this once today. I'm gonna do it again, okay? But this time with no in-depth, just very quickly. Look, this is already the setup. I was like, already explaining this shit. You do a stun into a gravity well. People who are stunned don't have enough momentum to counter the gravity well. They're being pushed into the Killjoy lockdown range and affected by the lockdown. And that's it. And you have 2 people affected, and it's easy retake from that point.
Way onto the site. You see they're trying to fight forward.
They still get those, but this is like totally unnecessary. You don't have to like sacrifice.
Magnum shows up in his lab. Cloud's able to do a bit of the same as well. It's a 1v2. All that remains, hasn't it? He's got his work cut out for him. The spike ticking away. He's able to isolate it to a 1v1. Boaster goes.
Well, that's just unlucky. Shit can happen.
The shots. A Red Bull clutch. Vamos KRU.
That was an incredibly big round for KRU. They would have been on an eco. 11 for Fnatic, pressured with their backs against the wall for round 12. That saves the day for now, Doug.
Kesnet, bro, you were highlighting, what was it, a round ago, 2 rounds ago? Like Kesnet, whenever, like, it's hot and cold for Kesnet, right? Yeah. It's not consistent, but the hot is hot. It's very hot.
Oh, it gets there quick. Definitely singeing a little bit of the edge there. Boaster goes down, can't hit him coming out of the dismiss. And another.
But it really deeply unsettles me that the teams that are playing Astra and Lockdown are not doing it. Like, that's, in my eyes, if I'm a captain of a team, if I have Astra, if I choose to play Astra and Killjoy on Haven, that's the main reason why I want to play those two characters on this map.
The round for KRU is the thing is when KRU is finding these rounds, it's so touch and go to the last second as Doma starts this one off with just that to Kesnet.
See how much more damage they can do with these Sheriffs. Or the Frenzy. Frenzy works too.
Yeah.
Right? I'll take that.
Trade it up, get a Phantom.
And those are 2 rounds. Remember, guys, round 2 on defense from Fnatic is being thrown by Mystic and Magnum not playing correct crossfire. Right? And then this round is, I think, is actually griefed because they don't use the combo here, and that literally literally costs them many seconds of the retake.
Two sheriffs with a blade storm.
KRU have managed to find an opening towards B, and you see off of that, they're not just content to take the space, they want to take the fight.
Nice shot.
Word.
Perhaps a bit of regret coming through there as Boaster just decapitates Mizzino.
He's had these sneaky spots. We saw it in Garage. He got the click on the Kesnet, grabbed that gun. Quick sheriff shot there for Boasty, and he picks up another one. 3v2.
Okay, has to be a nice. Oh no! Oh no! I literally wanted him to see this, to see him do this, jump in on site and then dash away into safety to check the corner, but he actually whiffs it, man. Oh my god, he stops and he bobs into the wall, man.
Oh, cannot get the dash out.
Here we see these Phantoms really make a difference. It's just Mystic who had that Phantom. He finds himself in a 1v2-1.
My god, dude.
I thought.
So many small things that are making Fnatic lose those rounds, man. That has to be painful.
Just short there as KRU does make the shots count, but a beautiful attempt by Fnatic. 10-8 as KRU.
Would you ever want to be a coach or anything like that? Maybe live commentary? I mean, I'm an analyst for VCT, so I just wasn't hired for Champions. But I don't want to be a coach of a team. It's just not enough perks.
They all come together. That's when you see the powerhouse of this team.
Heavy defensive lean from Fnatic towards C. You see they've got 4 players over there, and it's just Doma who's playing towards A. And yeah, they have the Killjoy utility to hold B, but you can tell they had a sneaking suspicion that that's where the play was going to go.
But KRU, I have to say, KRU plays very well. They don't do anything complicated, but they do play very well, just brutally efficiently.
Just makes it out.
Nothing complicated, but just brutal efficiency.
And KRU knows they've been able
well,
to take
Fnatic
space here. I almost
did
wonder if
throw
that's
some rounds.
Scarier when they get in. It's all too quiet to know what Fnatic has to throw back at them, and it is a gun round. The operator, the guiding light, as you see Sky just coming in with Doma there. As they take to the skies, KRU has a minute left in the round. That's
like they don't have the same kind of like complication level of executes that Fnatic has.
Changed to 45 with it.
Doesn't mean they play worse. They just play like Fnatic just tries to find the strength in something else. But Fnatic right now on the fundamental level, they are a worse team on this map so far than KRU, and this is why they're losing.
All right, so this time they're pushing in through window. You see the drone coming out from Boaster, but you still have Delzik in a really good spot to blow this up. You've also got Mizzino on the pinch. Timing is going to be...
I mean, I'm saying they're losing because we know how this match ends up. But they had such a huge advantage, they could have just roll over KRU. Just roll over KRU if they don't make those simple mistakes. Like the round 2, that simple mistake of Mystic not helping Magnum. That is like game winning. My god, Delzik again. But this time it's being held by Boaster, just holds the wrong angle. Jesus.
Mystic stops it for now. But Fnatic still have to get onto the site. They still have to take it back from KRU and then get the defuse. That's a great start out from Jerka, but how much more have you got? They're still playing on the site. Klaus gets over.
Yeah, and now they save. Oh, there's some miscommunication over here. Mystic just goes in while Deka saves? That is some big miscommunication here. Oh no. Okay.
Klaus had just come in close enough, but it's not going to be the play. Oh. Being the one to be able to see through the wall, man. You're just like, if you had pulled the trigger there.
There were 3 rounds, like, I mean, the 2 rounds just make me say, fuck. Fnatic could have been already at 12 points. And that's the round 2, and that's the round where Boaster whiffs on the 1v1. But that round when Boaster whiffs on 1v1 could have been won just by having 2 stars on the lockdown. And whiffs can happen. You can't really blame people for whiffing. Like that shit just happens, man.
10-9 here. A great job by KRU to continue to string these rounds together and throw Fnatic for a loop.
I love this segment of your stream. Always something to learn, even for me, a casual player.
Again, another round for everyone to have a bit of a show.
Thank you for watching.
Delzik, Klaus
That's the guy from Brazos, right?
showing for crew too.
Man, this guy has been fucking doing everything, man. Literally. He was an astronaut, a pizza delivery man, an esports coach. Like, what the hell, man?
Delzik,
He was a doctor once, from what I have seen.
Klaus.
Talented guy. A plumber as well. Right, right.
Feeling good. The vibes on crew coming in hot right now. Ooh, you like these? The 3-set timeout. Fnatic wants to just get back in the round. I said, no.
That's my mom's chiropractor.
I'm actually really excited to see what crew show on the other side of this break, right? Rounds ago, this is a 5-stack C. We haven't seen this, but the thing is, it's also pistols on the side of Fnatic. It's
I like this. See? On a fundamental level. They know, like, oh, this is, oh, I like crew. I like crew because of this stuff, you know? Derke almost always plays on A. So they would go C as a 5-stack because everyone else has shit fucking hardware. Sure. So you just go 5 people C long, brute force your way onto the site. That's how you play it. That's how you play it.
just the operator in the hands of Dirk, and he's not there.
Setting up for one of their first fast Cs, or at least a full C with all
Oh, nice shock dart to get out of the drone.
here. No one garage.
Nice.
All the stars are down on the backside of the site. Mystic picks one up, delivers a little bit of medicine back that Fnatic was receiving down that C long.
And off of that, it was off of the
Okay. Well, shit happens, I guess. Good counter by Fnatic. Well planned out by crew, but they got stopped. Like, how? Okay, let's see what is stopping them. What is the damage coming through? Because there are only sheriffs there. So what is the problem?
First fast Cs, or at least a full C with all 5.
The gravity well pulls the Sova in. He gets shock darted then.
No one garage.
Shock dart is putting a lot of damage, and Mystics just get a headshot through the smoke. You can see here. Mystic just gets a random hit with a sheriff on the Reyna, and she gets just bonked. Sova gets pulled into the gravity and shock darted, so this drone doesn't have any impact. So this is a little bit unlucky.
All the stars are down on the backside of the site. Mystic picks one up.
Yeah.
Delivers a little bit of medicine back that Fnatic was receiving down that C long.
and off of that, it was off of the gravity well.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was so hard. The gravity well, and then the opener out just kind of stuffs that push. And it wasn't just that
I feel like this is like, you know, hindsight Harry, but I still think pushing forward is the only way winning this round. Your opponents on C already used the util. You just have to push forward. You know? Like, just go. Just go in. Fuck it. You lost that player? Too bad. Go in. You made a decision at the beginning of the round. You made a call. Do it.
hasn't it dropped, they weren't able to get the ult orb into Delzik.
Just run and just everyone run? No, because you know that your opponents are using sheriffs and they started spamming the smoke. That means they're not going to have any bullets soon.
So the Cosmic Divide is not online, and both really Mazzino.
If you don't push, they retrieve their Phantom and only lose more. Yes, I agree.
Gone. A little deflated. You're absolutely correct. Do they walk it up slowly? They know they're not against weapons here. Just the Sheriff eco coming in. They up the gut.
And now they have to like convert those ultimates as well. So this is like this Mazzino ult was definitely not needed this round, but he had to once they lose the health and they lose the player.
Either push or really start to take control of the flank, and Mazzino's on it.
And if there's an opener, they
You are divided. And he could have played for the Killjoy. Oh, this is uncalled for as fuck. He doesn't have the HP to try to do it. He also has an alarm board, and he has the ultimate to play with. So that is pretty awkward. That is pretty awkward. Not gonna lie. And now, but look, crew knows they're fucked. We need to be aggressive now. The only way of winning this round is if we push out. They leave the site. They don't play with that Astro Wall because it doesn't make any sense. And now they try to do something here. But it's just, it's the right call. They're just getting fucked. And fucked. And fucked.
And they've upgraded weapons. Both Doma and Magnum have, but Klaus doesn't seem to care. He's still playing backside. Oh, Magnum, you monster. Magnum comes up so big there for Fnatic. It was off of the openers they got with the Sheriffs. Gorgeous out from Fnatic.
The way that Fnatic is playing the flanks in, prioritizing so many members, it takes control for anybody also at C entry at the top side to not move. If they lose those 2 members at the top side back of C, then the 3 flanking are really not going to matter. They're going to have to strat out and go to garage and to long C. So before pressure 11.
This is West Derma.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Out from Fnatic. So it's
Full by round? No, it's force. Wait, what? It's a force. I mean, it has to be. It's 9-11.
On final, if that's the case.
and this is more of a buy than we just saw.
Yeah.
If they want to win the mindset here is, shit, they can't go to 12. We can't give them a free round. So we need to force this one and just plow through.
Out from Fnatic, so it's a little something, but KRU want to go fast. Durka has to get away through the Cloudburst, save that operator for now and reposition. But have you checked Doma? Doma's in this corner. Oh, you didn't check Doma, man! Doma's there for two. Durka's op gets a second as well as all fall down to Delzik. As Delzik's able to get one, but he still has 4 more of Fnatic to deal with. At this point, do you save the Spectre? Surely not, right?
Rip and roll it, man. They're gonna go right for it. He sees Magnum, a good bit of damage, armor off, right? Here,
yeah, I'm thinking the same. How is Fnatic losing this map?
Things here.
After all of those mistakes that lose them those crucial rounds, they win this. It's 9-12. How the fuck are they losing the next round? There has to be some glaring mistakes done by Fnatic next round. This is gonna be a huge analyst segment because that's the reason why they.
It's just too much. For Delzik, I mean,
KRU has no cash. They have no ults. What the fuck is happening next round?
I think it's been a lot closer than people expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? KRU certainly just
right?
refused Fnatic. They drop now for KRU.
Let's pay attention.
Of our first up.
All right, let's see. Fnatic plays standard. B Killjoy full retake. Double dose controlled by Alarmobot. Jet and Sky on A. So what happened here? What is the throw? What is the throw?
Let's see what they have. The utility is there for KRU. They have possibilities to vary up the way they've been playing this. Oh, just towards the top. Nice tag out. Doesn't get anybody in garage though. And they're gonna go for what is the pistol round?
All of them playing like small shields, man.
Variation again.
Well, and the thing is, like,
oh boy,
yeah, look at the nanostorms, look at the setups that they had from the Killjoy utility, and Fnatic are fine to give this space up. They've shown that they're comfortable
5v4.
with that excellent swing out from Doma. A little ping pong gets him the opener onto Klaus. Kesnit pushing his way forward, but that lockdown could be a problem. They have to give that space back. You've got to keep an eye on Delzik on your minimap as well. He's about to get
3 kill on Magnum. Completely not aware that someone can be here. Like he didn't even have a weapon out. Look at the minimap. He's running with a knife out right now.
You've got to keep an eye on Delzik on your minimap as well. He's about to get into an encounter. Magnum falls. Delzik gets that. That keeps him alive, at least for now. Doma on the defuse though. Doma at least got it to half. Nags it. They have to go. They have to take some of this space back. Fnatic are so comfortable to just sit here. And so far, so good. They've been able to do it, but they're dancing back and forth. A 1v2. Mystic falls. KRU live to fight another round.
Oh.
1v2. To just sit. Nag falls. Give that space back. Kesnit pushing his way forward.
Let's go through again. It's a very chaotic round. So I'm not look. There are some glaring issues, but it's a very chaotic round.
Variation again.
They stop the push on B. Pay attention, like, crucial thing here is this, right? They get the kill on the Killjoy. And there was a moment where Doma was thinking about using the ultimate, but he did not. If he would have, look at this. Right here. he puts out the ultimate. If he uses it right now, they probably have enough info to win the round. I'm not sure what is Mystic doing. Mystic is absent for almost the entirety of the round. I'm not sure what's happened. Let's pay attention to Mystic. He's on C. He's still looking at C side. And this is where the lack of the info goes through. Because if Doma would have used the ultimate, then they would have more information where the things going, right? And now, right now, there's like everything is happening. They have no control of a B. They lost everything. Look at the control of the minimap. This is what, in theory, Fnatic controls. Yellow area is theirs, and I would even argue that this probably just cuts like this. They have no clue what's going on A, but it was too fast for anyone to already look here. So it's still like, this is still in control, but it's not going to be in control soon. Let's pay attention to what is, like, the first mistake, not using the ultimate first. Doma had the initial thought of using the ultimate right after the kill. That was a great call. He didn't do it. I don't know why. It's just, you know, nervousness, not sure what to do. But you are 9-12. You just got the kill, right? You just use it. You just throw everything at your opponent. Everything. To make sure you win this, right? Like, you have everything. Just look at this. You just throw this shit on the wall and hope it sticks, right? That's how you approach this round. You just try to get every single piece of advantage. And they already got the kill. But let's pay attention. Like, Bosa gets a tag. He just wide swings. And Mystic is not doing anything. Look! Mystic is ignoring this. Mystic goes C instead of helping Boaster. What?
Pushing his way.
Why is he here? Why is he hiding? That's some massive miscommunications by Fnatic here. Massive miscommunications by Fnatic here.
Could be a problem. They have to give that space back. You've got to keep an eye on Delza.
And Mystic is still not doing anything.
On your minimap as well.
Look, he's still hiding. I don't get it, man.
About to get into an encounter. Magnum falls.
Like, he should have been already peeking. Right now, they don't know about him.
Delza gets that. That keeps him alive, at least for now. Doma on the defuse, though. Doma at least got
Nah, man.
Nags it. They have to go. They have to take some of this space back. Fnatic are so...
Let's pay attention to what is happening on Jet and Sky. They go in. I mean, Magnum dying here, right here, this is a blunder as well. He was running with his knife out, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, big mistake.
Magnum falls. Delza gets that. That keeps him alive.
And, wait.
But that lockdown could be a problem. They have to give that space back. You've got to keep an eye on Delza on your...
Look at the cabbage. He's been going that direction, but it's like... Magnum's mistake is huge. Is absolutely huge. Mystic's baiting of Boaster is huge as well. Mystic waiting then unnecessarily for such a huge amount of time is also like a big problem.
Magnum falls. Delza gets
Oh, man.
That keeps him alive, at least for now.
Such a chaotic round though.
Doma on the defuse though. Doma at least got it to half. Nags it. They have to go. They have to take some of this space back. Fnatic are so comfortable to just sit here. And so far, so good. They've been able to do it, but they're dancing back and forth. A 1v2. Mystic falls. Crew live to fight another round.
Oh my word. Just the little tricks, the games being played.
Crew played very well this. They just... And this is something that they played many rounds like this. Aggression when they need it. They know when they need to carve the map for themselves. They know when to play aggressive, and they take advantage of that. Fnatic is lost when Crew is playing like that. They literally lost 2 rounds to Crew playing this way, and when one time Crew played the same aggression post-plant, they lost. But 3... This is actually 4 rounds Crew played like this. KRU played 4 rounds like this and won 3 rounds out of the same playstyle. Very well played by KRU. And Fnatic seems lost at this.
Right now, like I said, when KRU does pick up these rounds, they seem so wild sometimes, and they thrive in it. They're loving those situations. A few more guns back in their favor. We may see a slowdown of this round, but Doug, I feel like the pressure play from KRU, the speed, going quick, is the name of the game for them.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, Riv. Like yeah,
okay, well,
Vamos.
exactly, right? Like, yeah, go fast. Yeah, invest utility. We're not gonna contest it. And we're
This guy this guy does everything and also knows Spanish.
For the retake.
2 more rounds, we get to overtime here. That's exactly what KRU needed to do to take down Sentinels on overtime here. That's exactly what KRU needed to do to take down Sentinels on this. Oh, right in the face. Kesnet in that same spot as last round, picking up these pivotal frags.
When he's hot, he's hot.
He didn't even
Nova
dismiss.
right now. This guy is
Oh my
loaded for the
god.
squad, and there it is again. Turns Mystic into a black hole as he goes down. Empress is up if he does need it.
He was really off of that last kill, and he continues to take space. He's pushed his way all the way into garage, into window. So Fnatic.
Mystic throwing again? No, this wasn't Mystic's fault. Bosa gets timed, and then Mystic kind of has to like get the equalizer because otherwise the round is already lost. And he tries to do that, but fails and gets exposed because unfortunately that's how Haven works. This map is built. This map is built in this way. Top tier Reyna impact. Yeah, it didn't matter that he plays Reyna. Every single character could have been played this way.
On notice here, all towards A, and they've got weapons. It seems like, I mean, they may want to save this. They still have that operator for Durka as well, and with 3v5, yes, you're getting into crunch time as far as the map goes, but it looks like they're going to want to carry that into the next one.
Man, Kesnet, he knew he had to put a bit of that backpack on, and he has just forced his way through garage, through B last time.
Okay.
Just like go back.
Thing about backside.
Durka and Exit, who should be able to swing out at just the right time.
Oof. 5 people C. KRU positions. 3 players on C.
Oh, Durka's not able to land anything. There's too much there. The Hunter's Fury goes out as Nagset going hunting, but no one's
But
there again.
good exec by KRU. Look, let's pay attention.
Should be able to swing out at just the right time.
So stun here, gravity well here, and then we have the ultimate from Sova here, right?
Oh, Durka's not
Yeah, stun here.
able to land anything.
Nagset is you know, I can be nitpicky here. Nagset is not playing this dash well.
You've got Durka and Nagset
You can
who should
definitely
be swinging
tell
out at just
he
the
didn't
right
check
time.
shit.
Oh,
Look,
Durka's
when he's dashing like this, first thing that what he should do is dash sideways, check this left corner here. This should be a habit. This should be a habit. And then he goes like this. He can, if he has high enough sense, he can do left, right, dash. So he checks both corners while dashing, but he doesn't do that. He just dashes in a straight line without checking anything.
land anything. There's too much there. The Hunter's Fury goes out as Nagset going hunting, but no one's there again. They are able to give that space back and stay alive long enough to fight for this retake. Yes, Klaus gets the spike down.
And the Hunter's Fury is used before, but Klaus gets it
Oh,
To fight for this retake. Yes.
the Lear, man. The entire site is taken. But the only purpose of this Lear right here is to help the planter to not get peeked from the double doors. But the problem is, if there's someone peeking from this smoke, this Lear has no impact anyway because someone is pre-firing this angle, and this Lear doesn't stop the vision fast enough to someone not kill you here.
Klaus gets the spike down.
And the Hunter's Fury is used before, but Klaus gets it with the plant. So now he can put his ult down, and they don't have Hunter's Fury to lock it out. Fnatic have to now be pressured on this retake.
Bosa dies in double doors.
They're already on the flank.
And Poster falls.
Before doing a retake, oof.
Fnatic have to now be
Oof.
pressured on this retake.
Oof, he just peeks, man. Oh, Oh shit. I mean, that Killjoy lockdown is a fucking death sentence, man. That Killjoy lockdown is a fucking death sentence for Boaster. He either goes B or goes for double doors, and he tries to go double doors, and they're fucked. And they're fucked. The Killjoy lockdown is a huge impact this round.
See this thing through at least in normal regulation time. The pinch coming in from Fnatic.
Boaster ulted before Killjoy ulti. But Klaus didn't have the ultimate, so they couldn't predict that he's gonna plant and like go for it because it was super fast, and Boaster just really tried to saving the site, I guess. You can argue that this might have not been used correctly, but I can see a point where Boaster's like, yeah, I need to use this Sova ultimate here to just stop the push. So I don't blame him for using this Sova ultimate. You know? Like, he needs to try to do it, because otherwise this is the last round. If he's not trying to use it, he might actually die before using it. It was the last round? Yeah, as well. So I don't blame him.
Normal regulation time. The pinch coming in from Fnatic. They've got two members in Cubby. Delzic's able to get the first. Jerk has to give that space up as well. He's pushed off the angle. The operator not finding any success, but he's going to attempt again, and the second time works just fine. But is he expecting one more? He's not. KRU, they look dead. Fine, but off. Got through.
Killjoy was 2 off? No, she was 1 off at the beginning of the round. 1 off. But still, I don't think it's a mistake to use that Hunter's Fury during that moment. It's definitely not optimal, but under pressure here, I can understand why is he doing it. That's not the issue. This is not the reason why they're losing this. There's many situations like if you really want to see why is Fnatic losing this map, just rewatch this entire VOD review, because there's many small things that are causing Fnatic to lose ground.
To see this thing through at least.
Yeah, Gambit doesn't look good. I'll be honest with you guys. After doing the VOD review of Gambit from yesterday, they don't look good.
Time, the pinch coming in from Fnatic. They've got two members in Cubby.
Oh shit, I already watched this.
Defensive side.
Oh wait, this round already started.
Right, because the retake. Oh boy. Oh, forget it.
Wonder no more.
Yes, and Nagsat glass cannons his way into this, right? Like, he has an operator, no armor.
Same setup from Fnatic as always. The default was the same. Alarmobot, which now is being recalled. Turret controlling double doors and mid.
We talked about the C garage split.
And this is now telegraphed execute on C, because they didn't move an inch yet, but stars already set up on C. So a retake is like, you look at the rotation from A, it's already happening when Fnatic is not even ready to be attacking.
They're going right back to it. Through.
And Delzik again, third time in this match, Delzik gets a kill through the smoke because he spams with the Phantom. He spams through double smokes, actually.
KRU are already rotating.
Yeah.
They know this is a really fast response out from KRU.
They're going very hard.
And again, KRU gets fucked because of the pop flash through the smoke, man. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. I am so pissed at this shit. But then Mazino gets a double kill. I don't even know from where. Double dose just gets a double kill. What the... How? He just backstabs. He just backstabs Bosa and Astra. They kill Reyna. And then he just goes in. And Mystic and Bosa just gets backstabbed. Oh no. Oh. Mazino bails them out, man.
Magnum in the 1v2.
But that happens. And you know, that happens. Mazino was playing here. Look, I will show you. Look at where Mazino is right now. Stars are already being set up on C, and Mazino is playing A. And people from double doors from here will be in this spot So they move this distance, while Mazino moves this entire distance and backstabs them. You can see the problem here, right? You can see the problem. This utility was used fast enough for KRU to make the rotation, so Fnatic players, after killing the Reyna in double dose, don't anticipate any more players because they think that the rotation didn't start happening so fast. They have no clue about this player, like about Mazino, like doing this rotation. Pay attention to the minimap right here.
Garage split. Well, looks like they're going right.
See, they're tagging Reyna.
Back to it.
They're now taking the ground. They go through double dose.
Really fast
They kill the Reyna now. They have no clue about any other player.
Very hard. The first frag, Gravity Well pulls him out.
And they get fucked because of that. Because the rotation already started. The rotation was already done. It's a was the rotation fast or Fnatic was slow? It is a combination of both. Fnatic is telegraphing. Fnatic is telegraphing that they do an execute on C, which triggers the rotation. And players from Fnatic are too slow because they didn't get any ground before those stars on C even started mattering.
That was close.
Right on the coattails.
And off of that, he's able to he gets a chance to reset the round, to play things out a bit more to his pace.
This is what we used to call glad.
Again on Mystic, I don't know if it is Mystic's fault. Like, it's more about the pacing. Like, you should not... Like, I feel like you should try to get a little bit more space before you use the utility on C. That, like, telegraphs this shit. But, you know, maybe I have wrong perspective. I don't know. It's hard to make this decision, but I can tell you why they're losing this. So, yeah.
Hard that up.
Or that shock dart. He only had 67 health. Yeah, that was not insignificant. 14 HP. The plant goes down.
Wait,
as the lockdown does as well.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
But he's so weak. He's so weak. And they know where he is.
Oh my god. That was almost winnable, man. If he gets the kill, look at the timer. If he gets the kill on Mazino, there's actual chance that he's gonna win this. Oh, shit, you can only see the map? My bad. It's better. Look. He gets the plant. He buys time with the nanoswarm. Very well played here. He goes for the lockdown. And he's playing in a good off angle for this specific setup. But the thing is, he's only 14 HP. And if he kills Mazino here, he actually has a chance of winning this.
Jump down Mazino from up in heaven gets the fourth on the round as KRU are gonna get the lead in overtime and get the defuse.
Why does Turn feel so sloppy? Like, sometimes teams play well fundamentally, but often just turns into chaotic play. In the first round, teams were playing nice set pieces, but past days, teams seem to be playing sloppy. No clue. No clue. This is only something that the teams know about.
Oh my word. 13 here.
Bad position? No, it was a good position by Magnum. He had no other choice. If he wants to win that, if he wants to win a 1v2 situation, that was the best possible play by Magnum.
And then for him to manage to get the third on Dodoma as well, it wasn't just enough for him to get those two, but for him to get that kill back towards sight, it was just so good.
Could have stayed on the ult, and yeah, and then he gets fucked by two players taking ground. Like, really, this is the best decision that he could have done in this particular setup. Like, look.
He only had 67 health.
Nanoswarm, ults, gets spotted by the arrow. He only has two options here. He only has two options. He goes short and he's being known, or he just goes CT when no one expects him to be. This is the best decision that he can do. Like, this turret has to be destroyed before anyway. Like, it's just being ignored. Mazino just gets the fucking read on him. This was the highest possible win rate play, in my opinion. Because it's not something that is obvious to your opponents.
It's going to be a challenge down A main. Is he going to get a shot at any of it? Oh, he gave that. Excuse me, it was Jerka. Yeah.
That's the only way of isolating 1v1 angles, by the way. That's the only way you can isolate this 1v2 into two 1v1s, if possible.
Yeah. This is a brutal cross. Kneecap. Oh! Oh!
No way. What a shot. Nags coming up when most needed. And he pulls the operator out of there.
I think if he makes too short, he can play for the ult. It doesn't matter. If he goes too short, then he cannot play 1v1 angles because they're gonna double peek him. That's it. Then the turret gets destroyed with no impact. He will have no info. He has 14 HP. He cannot play from short because there's no way he's gonna win a 1v2 fight with this amount of HP. This is the best play, my friends. Try to understand that in the context of the situation, the HP and the aggression, this is how crew played when they are on a disadvantage. You need to try to make the winning play. What you guys propose to go to short and play for the ult is you guys propose a play that is a play not to lose, but he needs to do a play to win. Being a sitting duck in short doesn't give you a smallest advantage. He got double peeked from window anyway? What are we talking? That was only Sova. He isolated into 1v1. What you guys are talking about? Holy fuck, are we watching the same broadcast?
The hands of Durka here. He waits for another.
Fuck my life, man. Why do I even explain this stuff when you just straight up ignore what I'm saying?
So much patience.
Okay. I'm straight up banning you. Bye.
Right now.
It's only
Spike's
game.
still down, and they're in
Why do you
positions
have
to
to
take
be
a few
mad?
fights here.
I wonder how much info they get off of this drone. Wasn't far enough, and really the timing was just a bit off too. Now you see crew rotating back from the space they took A to reset the round, and really they haven't taken much space elsewhere. It's not like you've got Delzik who's made his way into Cubby on long or anything like that, but they do still have
fuck! They cannot double peek him. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, I will fucking draw it because I'm upset at those people that still think that you guys are right. This is literally the setup. This is literally the setup. They cannot double peek him because the turret has first contact. The turret has contact if this someone puts him in timer, then he ults, then he goes into here. So now, this ult is not important anymore because it just makes it like awkward to look at this. When someone will peek, if the person from CT peeks first, the turret has contact. And the Magnum now then knows that someone is already peeking this, and there's most likely a second person now peeking from here, so he has the info. And this player cannot just straight up trade him. So this guy wants to help this guy on site, peeks from here. Magnum has a chance of killing this guy, and this person has to destroy the turret. And now he has a 2 1v1 fights. If it's the other way around, and Mazino made the best decision ever. He jumps in and pre-fires, pre-checks this angle while ignoring the turret. If he goes in first and wide swing like this and gets the contact of the turret by default, then he has to destroy this, and then he has no idea what's going on, and Magnum has more time for a reaction. Like, this is the best possible play. If he goes too short, those two guys just wait it out, right? That's it. They just go back here. There's 30 seconds on the clock. They go back on site. They destroyed the turret. One guy goes plant, second one holds short or long or whatever. And there's no way you can win this because it's a 1v2. And he cannot go long because of the arrow that checked him. The fact that so many people straight up ignore the context of rounds is just maddening. This is why I'm just explaining this, but then you have some few people in the chat that are still like adamant about straight up ignoring how pro players play.
For them, and they have the numbers advantage to work with. Oh boy.
No. That's a Delzik play.
To work with. Oh boy. Oh, Mystic.
Oh, we've seen so many of those this game. Right down C-Long with the Phantoms. He's pinged out. They're going to give the site for now.
Yeah, but it's so big because it gets it back to even numbers, and Boaster snatches that back in their favor. Mystic does as well. Boaster gets the third. We're going to dance again, Riv. We're not done on Haven.
Okay, there's nothing to analyze here.
What? Just clothesline
Off of the...
No shit.
take. And Doug, again, another $10 off my paycheck. I had looked at the wrong stat. It was regulation crew beat Sentinels in. So forget that overtime.
Whoa, holy shit. So that is a ballsy play. That is a ballsy play. Like, holy shit. Overtime, and this guy goes glass cannon, peaks like this. This is a ballsy play and a half. Holy shit.
Yo, Bartosz, thank you much for the 19 rounds. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you much for the continuous support, broski.
Stuff. This is crew taking Fnatic to overtime here on Haven.
Riv, you keep this up, you're not going to have a
I
paycheck.
know. Negative, I'll be paying everyone back. A minute 20. Lots of time to play here, but it's not going to be needed. We're already into A.
The spike drag.
Okay, 3 and 3.
That's okay. The openers have made their way onto the site. Fnatic has control. The three remaining members of crew are going to have to do this from a retake.
Oh no. What the hell, Magnum? He sets up both nanoswarms.
The three remaining members of crew are going to have to do this from a
And they
retake.
both get destroyed. Oh shit.
Do something gross.
3v3.
And Durka's down in hell too.
I mean, they know one player has an operator, right? If you know that one player has an operator, you probably don't want to peek. But they don't have a crossfire set up.
Yeah, he's weak, but he's in such a good spot.
Now they know what is... Oh. So that is unfortunate. That turret gives info that one guy is backside. And now we're gonna see Delzik. He does this standard stuff. He has so many stars. It's actually crazy. So we're gonna see... by the way, small mistake by Klaus. He didn't recall his turret yet. That is actually not a small mistake, but it's a pretty massive mistake. And he didn't do it. Now we're gonna see 2 smokes, a stun, and if he has one more star, and he should have it, he should be using it for gravity well.
You've got the turret that's gonna play contact.
No, he only had the 3. No, wait, he used it under hell. Interesting. And Magnum just peeks into the operator, which is completely unnecessary. That is really awkward. That is really awkward.
You can tell they're
The best play here for Magnum, which wasn't affected by any utility, is play for contact for Delka. He just stands backside here. He knows about the operator from heaven because it... wait, did he shoot? Actually, I can't remember. Let me check. Let me check. Did he shoot?
But he's in such a good spot. You've got the turret.
He didn't shoot. So they don't know about the operator. But it's still, like, you don't need to peek, right?
You can tell they're going, yep.
And if he just plays for contact here... If Delka has contact, he wide swings, tries to get like those trades here, right? Crossfire setup. I know it's fucking hard to say because then the player from heaven can just jump on and check underneath. But I feel like still like you need some crossfires for the CT.
To where the utility would be coming from. Durka's able to stay
Yeah, and Nagza just gets 2 free kills because of that.
Oh, but Nagza's off. Nagza gets 3. We
Yeah,
talked about
dude.
how he needed to be big. Now Boaster's gonna have
Unlucky.
to do this himself. Nags it on the half. He looks like he's gonna stick it, and it doesn't matter. Boaster falls. Crew takes the lead right back.
Let's keep going the distance.
Who needs a second map? Let's just keep seeing this one going. I am so amazed how each team is able to pull off round after round to keep this one going. And I see 29 and 17 there for Durka as well. Then you have Nags putting up shots like this on the other side. Overtime, everybody's starting to step up here. And we'll have to see how this one goes for the side of Fnatic.
Killjoy utility set up all around B. I wonder where KRU are going to take this thing. They haven't, I mean, admittedly, it has been a bit back and forth, but I feel like their B hits.
Standard play by Fnatic, controlling A, smoke. Most important kill of the match that he misses, and he gets traded. Oh my god. Well, that feels bad for Durka, man.
Have his number at short or long here, Doug.
Durka the Fiend, we highlighted him so much at the beginning of the map, and for good reason, but he seems to have fallen a bit flat here late on Haven, at least in the last couple of opportunities.
No dash was a mistake. Yeah.
Waiting to see if someone's going to push forward. No one's going to take it yet. Repositions to a safe spot.
Somehow they find that first frag so many times. And I think they know Durka is going to give it to him long. Then they play it slow. The jump in, the focus, the bait. Is it enough?
Well, they know that Magnum's there. Is it going to matter? As Dome is
Two
able to take care of
players.
Peasant.
Nice.
Oh, but this push comes in from long. Magnum takes care of that as well.
3 on 3.
3v3 left for the
They
side.
go
The Sparks
back.
gonna have to rotate out. A is not
They
safe.
still control B, and they go back to A.
Yes, they head back. Oh my word. The mind
Okay,
games, right?
okay, okay,
The
okay.
mind games. They're going to go back.
But why do we see two players from Fnatic currently playing on B? I don't get this. They have the utility on B. Why they are trying to... That is so awkward. They just try to flank, but they have no idea. They have absolutely no idea if it's gonna be B or C. Now they know it's... sorry, if it's gonna be C or A. Now they know it's A because they heard the recall.
They pull back though. Yes.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, this is...
Now it's so awkward.
Things felt funny. They go back. Boaster's up in heaven. He has one shock dart. There it is.
Nice.
Right into Klaus's lap. Not enough to deny the plant.
And now the most basic setup for... Wait, Mystic doesn't destroy it? They need to destroy the rest. Is gonna be popped.
Fnatic are gonna have to fight for
Do it
this
now.
take.
Do it now. Otherwise you cannot follow it up. What the fuck?
And then
Destroy it.
it's gonna be played
Okay.
off of that dart. Delzik.
One after the other.
Yep.
Yeah, the both arrows were destroyed.
His way forward. Drops the play.
Why is... What?
Player in hell. Not able to take care of Klaus though. Delzik.
Oh, that was not well played. That was definitely not well played. Not coordinated at all. So, they see Delzik,
Imagine
and
it's
Delzik plays for contact. Right? Yeah, they see Delzik, and now he plays for contact. And Boaster on Heaven, he's the key piece. He needs to do what Mazino did. He needed to do what Mazino did. He needs, like, he knows there's one backside. There's one hell because of the arrow that was being used. So they have info about two players. The third one is unknown. But there's big problems here. Magnum, like,
One after the other.
doesn't try to go with Mystic. Mystic, this is a miracle that he gets this kill. This is an absolute miracle that he gets this kill. The problem is Boaster is not trying to align with the rest of the team right now. He's looking at long. He doesn't know where the third player is. So he's not aligning with this push by Mystic. And Mystic is essentially alone. And the trades are not coming in at all. Like, they're playing too safe in this situation. They're playing way too safe. And Magnum now is fucked. Because he knows about the graffiti guy, but he was way too far away to trade. And now they know that one is side and one is graffiti, but there's not enough time for a follow-up because they're slow. And because of that, Delzik gets one tapped and Boaster still is not peeking. Like, this is way too late. This is just bad coordination. Magnum was too far away from Mystic, and Boaster was too passive for way too long.
It's a second.